Australia government on Wednesday filed 59 charges against the only surviving suspect, Naveed Akram, who is one of the suspected persons allegedly responsible for the mass shooting at Bondi Beach in the city of Sydney targeting Jewish people on the Jews' first day to mark this year's Hanukkah festival, which led to the killing of 16 persons, including a married couple who was said initially tried to disarm one of the attackers before the husband and wife were killed, children aged 10 and above, and the suspect father and co-perpetrator, Sajid Akram, who was killed on the spot by the police, and 41 others including police officers and the bystander, Ahmed Al-Ahmed, who disarmed the 50-year-old one of the gunmen. Some of the 20 of the injured persons are still in critical condition in the hospital based on statement issued on Wednesday by local authority in Sydney. This, according to the New South Wales Police Force in a statement published on its website on Wednesday. The Israeli government has blamed the Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, over the father and son terrorist act of mass shooting in Bondi Beach on Sunday evening around 6:47 p.m. in accordance with Australia local time, leading to the killing of 16 persons, including one of the suspected terrorists and a 10-year-old girl, and 42 others sustained injuries, according to the Premier of New South Wales State, Christopher Minns, when members of the Jewish community in the Sydney City of Australia came out in large numbers on day one to celebrate this year's Hanukkah festival. This, the Israeli government, through the video statements made by the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, during government meeting in Dimona and when he lit the first Hanukkah candle in Israel later on Sunday, said, "There may be more terrorist attacks on the Jewish people because the Australia government is weak. We know there will be additional attacks. The safest, not less than 11 persons said to be mostly from the Jewish community and police officers were shot dead by terrorists on Sunday at Bondi Beach in the Sydney City of Australia as thousands came out to mark this year's Hanukkah or Hanukkah festival, a festival that is known as the Jewish Festival of Lights, usually an 8-day winter celebration marking event of the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem and a miraculous long-lasting oil supply, observed by lighting candles on a menorah, Chanukah, and reciting special prayers, and eating oily foods like latkes and sufganiyot, which symbolizes Jewish resilience and freedom. The terrorists attacked the Jewish community on the first day of the festival after Israel government had on Saturday authorized the killing of a senior Hamas commander, Rad Saad, who Israel, through a statement issued by the Office of the Prime Minister of Israel, stated that, in recent days, Rad Saad had been engaged in rehabilitating the terrorist. Founder of Sowore Reporters News Media, Omoyele Sowore, on Saturday apparently refused to back down on allegations against the founder and the general overseer of a mega fire ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, over reported cases of alleged paying people to fake miracles and give a chemical substance or injection to Apostle O.C. Benjamin of Fulfiller's House Church to perfect an alleged fake miracle of raising a dead man back to life. An allegation a man simply identified as Apostle Wisdom made while speaking during an interview with Truth Media earlier in the year, which, according to Omoyele Sowore, for Apostle Johnson Suleiman to remove the names of the media that conducted the podcast interview and the person that made the statement in the 1 billion naira's lawsuit filed against him and Sowore Reporters News Media, shows Apostle Johnson Suleiman knows the speaker. Apostle Wisdom was probably saying the truth. This apparent unsafe nature of Nigeria was recorded again on Sunday in the southeast geopolitical zone of the troubled West Africa country after suspected terrorists launched multiple attacks in Anambra state, killing several numbers of persons after the suspected terrorists attacked a church at Lilu community within Ihiala local government area in the morning and burned part of the St. Andrew's Anglican Church, where the wife of the pastor was brutally murdered at the spot, and in the evening, the suspected terrorists took the hit to Anambra market in Nawfia community and shot sporadically into the Afore market in the Njikoko local government area, causing several casualties, with video evidence from residents indicating that 4 of the bodies died on the spot and were in their pool of blood, and large numbers of others rushed to the hospital. This the Nigeria police force has confirmed the suspected terrorists' attack on Anglican Church in Lilu but yet to issue statement as at the time of filing in this report on Monday morning over the attack. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria has expressed happiness that Nigeria troops, both air and land soldiers, have successfully foiled the coup attempt in Benin Republic on Sunday, saying, "Latest report from the Benin Republic indicated that Colonel Pascal Tigri, the leader of the mutineers who seized the country's national television on Sunday, is on the run and some other members of the group have been arrested as the defense and security forces in the country thwarted the attempted putsch." And, according to the Nigeria president, Nigeria government acted on two separate requests from the government of Benin Republic, saying, President Tinubu first ordered Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to enter the country and take over the airspace to help dislodge the coup plotters from the national TV and a military camp where they had regrouped, and secondly ordered ground troops into the Benin Republic territory, which the Nigeria military troops have been confirmed to have taken positions in both air and Nigeria police force under the leadership of IGP Kayode Egbetoken has kept mum since reports indicated that the US-trained private intelligence officer, Harrison Gwamneshu, who was invited to facilitate the rescue of a married couple, husband and wife simply identified as Mr. and Mrs. Ibrahim, that was kidnapped since late November at their home in Avili community, a village near Auchi Polytechnic in the Etsiko West local government area of Edo State, has been arrested and remanded to prison by a court sitting in Benin City, the Edo State capital, over allegations that the private intelligence officer, Harrison Gwamneshu, underpaid the ransom money given to him to give to the kidnappers to rescue the married couple in captivity. The reports of Harrison Gwamneshu's arrest and subsequent remand to prison custody became widespread after a popular Nigeria social media activist, Vincent Martins Otse, in a video statement on Friday morning alleged that Nigeria's prominent music icon, Innocent Idibia aka Two-Face Idibia, has cried out for help after domestic violence he had with his new wife, Natasha, during social media live stream organized by Daddy Freeze on Monday over allegations and video evidence that surfaced online showing Two-Face Idibia being arrested with the two of his hands handcuffed at the back in London due to altercations he had with his new wife, Natasha. The act of domestic violence between the African Queen music crooner and his new wife has drawn the attention of the Edo State House of Assembly, and the House of Assembly on Tuesday summoned the wife, Natasha, who is also a member of Parliament in the Edo State House of Assembly, to appear before its disciplinary committee on ethics over what the State Assembly described as a behavior capable of embarrassing the House. It may be recalled that at the beginning of the year, Two-Face Idibia announced his break-up with Annie Macaulay in January. Presidency under the command and control of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said that if the ex-president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, wished to help in addressing apparent worsening security situations in the West Africa country, Obasanjo must first acknowledge the past failures that allowed terrorists to gain a foothold, and then support ongoing efforts, not undermine them. The presidency, through the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Communications, Sunday Dare, stated this few days ago in reactions to the statement of Obasanjo that Nigerians have rights to call on international community's intervention if the government can no longer protect them, stating that the terrorists also kill people of other religions should not be an excuse. This, Obasanjo said while he was speaking at a Christmas carol event in Jos, Plateau State, after President Donald Trump of the United States, U.S. had raised alarm of what the U.S. president described as Christians' genocide in Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria has declared a state of emergency over growing insecurity in the West Africa country, and as such, banned open grazing, with a call on Herders Association to tell their members to surrender illegal weapons in their possession, and as well gave a matching order to the Department of State Services, DSS, to recruit more forest guards to chase away terrorists and bandits from all forests in Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also called on members of the National Assembly to review existing laws in Nigeria and give rooms for the establishment of state police. In his words, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while declaring the state of emergency on security matters on Wednesday, said, "Today, in view of the emerging security situation, I have decided to declare a nationwide security emergency and order additional recruitment into the armed forces. By this declaration, the police and the army are authorized to recruit more personnel. There are concerns that a renewed war may break out between Israel and Hezbollah fighters in Lebanon as Pope Leo XIV prepares to visit Turkey and Lebanon beginning this week, from the 27th of November to the 2nd of December 2025, which will be the first apostolic journey of the head of Catholic Church outside Italy of his pontificate. The possible renewed war may occur following Hezbollah stands to retaliate attacks Israel launched in the capital of Lebanon, Beirut on Sunday, killing Hezbollah chief of staff and second in command, Haytham Ali Tabatabai alongside 4 other persons, namely, Qassem Hussein Bajawi, Mustafa Assad Berro, Rifat Ahmed Hussein, Ibrahim Ali Hussein, and funeral is being held in their honor in Beirut as at the time of filing in this report on Monday. Israel, while confirming the killings, said, "Tabatabai is a mass murderer, his hands are soaked in the blood of many Israelis and Americans, and it is not." Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, Nigeria Federal Capital Territory on Thursday convicted and sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to a passionate prison term of life imprisonment against the penalty of death sentence he said he ought to have pronounced on the Biafra Republic agitation leader over the statements Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made on October 20, 2020 through Radio Biafra during the warlike situation between the civilian population and Nigeria security operatives following series of reports that the Nigeria security operatives were shooting and killing innocent unarmed protesters, who were protesting against bad government and police brutalities tagged Ends's protest. Justice Omotosho in his ruling, said, Nnamdi Kanu was responsible for the killing of 175 security operatives during the Ends's civil-military war-like situation on October 20, 2020, and Justice Omotosho in his ruling, failed to state that
bringing you the news in a more digital way.